Good morning, everyone. Reese Margan here from Spiral Up Fitness. Hope everyone has had an amazing week so far. We're on Wednesday, hump day for a lot of people. Not hump day for those of us who love what we do and love getting up every day and, dedicating our lives to helping change other people's lives. And that's what today is about. Today is Simple Secrets to Success series, episode number 3. I'll be doing 7 of these. There's 7 simple secrets that anyone can apply to make sure that you change your life. Morning Graham, how you doing, brother? Kirst, Colleen, nice to see you. There's 7 simple secrets that you can apply every single day to make sure that your life is infinitely better, to make sure that you don't get caught up in the downward spiral of society and how everybody seems to go through their day upset and not liking what they do, and just the monotony that most people live their lives with. And that's you don't have to do that. There's many simple secrets you can use to get through that and make sure that life is a blessing and life is an amazing journey. And so today's is about finding the silver lining in every situation. Your life is just a product of the thoughts that you've had up until this period. Your life is just a product of the thoughts that you've had, the feelings that have come about from those thoughts, and the actions that you've taken based on the feelings that you get. You can construct a completely different life just by changing your thoughts. And today is sort of about that technique. I said in yesterday's episode, nothing is good or bad, only thinking makes it so. There's no such thing as a positive or a negative situation, there's only situations. Or positive or negative experiences, there's only experiences. It's up to you and your thinking to determine what that experience comes out as. A really, really good example, I'm not going to name her, but a good friend of mine found out that her husband was cheating on her the other day, and she called me straight off the bat. She's like, I don't know who else to talk to, and she said to me, look, I'm trying to find the positive in this situation, the silver lining, but I just really can't find it, and I was hoping you could help me find it. And we nitty-grittied it down, and we looked at what the positive in the situation was. Sure, found out that her husband was cheating on her, but look, she's gone through a really massive change in the last 2, 3, 4 weeks. She's completely shifted her mindset and completely shifted the path that she wants her life to take, and the relationship, I guess, was strained because of that. So I just simply said, well, look, you were being held back by this relationship. You now have complete freedom to go out and be yourself, to go out and have nobody tie you down, to go out and experience this new life with this new mindset that you have and be completely 100% yourself and show the world that this is who I am and this is what I've got to offer. You now have no one holding you back. And we reframed it from it being maybe one of the worst things that could have happened to her into the best thing that could have happened, because she's now herself. She's now 100% her, and she has nothing holding her back, and she can go and do whatever the fuck she wants to do in this life. Now see how such a massive negative situation like your husband cheating on you can be reframed just by finding the silver lining in the situation, can be reframed into a really positive experience. But she's still going to feel the pain of that. She's still going to feel the pain, but her outlook on what that situation and that experience is now going to do for her life is going to completely change the path of her life. If she had seen it as a negative situation, she may have lost everything that she's been working for the past 8 weeks. But we easily just found the silver lining and said, this is a positive situation. Can you see how this is a positive situation? And she's like, oh my God, yes I can. Amazing, thank you so much. I just changed her life. We just changed her life in that situation right there, simply by just finding the silver lining in that situation. No matter how bad you perceive an experience to be, no matter how negative you perceive an experience to be, there is always a positive in every single situation. there will always be a positive. It's hard, sometimes it may be hard to find it, but this here is the most powerful thing in this universe. You know, it allows us to construct whatever we want out of this life. And if you, hey Nat, how you doing? And this allows us up here, allows us to construct whatever we want in this life. Here, this thing here is your best friend and your worst enemy. And if you can learn to control this thing up here, which is what the Simple Secrets to Success series is about, your life will be completely revolutionized. Work on it. You know, test yourself. When something perceived negative happens to you, find the silver lining in it. Because there is always a silver lining. No matter what happens, there will always be a positive. And if you can just start to look at experiences as just simply experiences and something for you, something that's just here to test you to grow, life becomes a lot easier. Things don't happen to you. You know, you have control over everything. If something happens to you, simply just use this up here to find the positive and completely reframe. Reframing is what we call reframing. It sort of speaks for itself. Something is perceived in a negative light and you can reframe it and put it into a positive frame. This is one of the keys of all success, is not letting perceived negative experiences get you down, and just being able to understand that they're just experiences. It's only this thing up here which makes it a negative or a positive. Because of how conditioned we are by society, media, the schooling system, we don't really know any other way to think. And when you start to think like this and you understand and realize that an experience is just an experience, it's something for you to learn from, and it's something for you to grow from. It's not something to get you down. Using this up here, nothing will ever affect you negatively ever again. I have got to where I am today because I have learned to emotionally detach myself from outcomes, okay, and find the silver lining in every single experience. Emotionally detaching yourself is a hard thing to do, and it takes practice. It's like a muscle, you have to build it. But once you learn that experiences are just experiences, they're not aimed at you, it's nobody's fault, it's just something that happens, and you learn to say, okay, cool, this could be perceived as a bad thing, but if I just look at it in a positive light, I know that the path after this is going to be a lot more positive than if I let this affect me. If you let experiences affect you negatively, then the experience becomes negative. But if you don't let it affect you negatively, it's a positive experience. In that moment when it happens, all it is an experience. And it's up to you to determine whether it becomes positive or negative. There's no such thing as a negative experience. Let it happen to you, learn how to find the positive in that experience, and go out and act upon it being a positive experience. And watch how things that would normally affect you in a negative way actually progress you through life, because it's the perceived bad negative experiences that actually help us grow. Yeah, it's the struggles and the hard times that either get somebody down or put somebody ahead. And if you let it get you down, then you're going to end up sad, miserable, unhappy, unmotivated, uninspired, whatever. But if you use this technique and you see how the experience was just there for you to help you get over something or get past something or develop past something that you couldn't normally develop past before, it'll progress your life massively. Something will come along and it will test you, and it will be a perceived negative experience. It will test you because it's not something that you want to happen. But guess what? When you look at it in the eye of, it wasn't something I wanted to happen, but guess what? I'm now, if I take this the right way, I'm now prepared for this experience. I now know how to handle it. I can stop it happening ever again. So rather than being a victim and whinging about what happens to you and feeling sorry for yourself when negative things happen to you, grow the fuck up. use this thing up here, which is all powerful, and reframe everything. Find the silver lining in everything, and use every single experience to build yourself up. Use every single experience to push you further and further and further in life. There's no such thing as a negative experience. There's only experiences, and it's up to you and how you speak to yourself and how you see the experience. That's what determines your life. The most successful people in the world have been through the hardest times in the world. But why are they the most successful if they've experienced the most failure? Simply because they find the failure, they find the negative experience, and they find the positive in it, and they use that experience to get better at life. And that's the key to today's episode. Find the silver lining in every single situation. Don't be a baby. Don't whinge when bad shit happens to you. Grow up. Seriously, grow up. Because if you want to whinge about things that happen to you, you're like a baby. Really, aren't you? You've got all the power up here to get the fuck over it and find the positive in the situation. I don't understand why you would have something happen to you and complain about it when you've got the power up here to make sure it just goes away. Like, if you follow this success series and you actually do what I'm telling you to do, you're going to remove every single problem in your life, and your happiness is going to go phew. Don't be a little itch bay, okay? You just need to use this, grow up, and use your mind to get over perceived negative experiences. It is really that easy. Stop self-pitying. Stop blaming other things. Take control. Take responsibility. Own the situation. And just get the fuck over it. And use the situation to better yourself in life. That's today's message. Find the silver lining in every single situation. When you do that, your happiness is going to skyrocket. Your success is going to skyrocket. The other option is keep being a little bitch, whine about the things that happen to you, complain about stuff that happens to you, and keep experiencing a shitty quality of life. Or grow up, use your brain, start studying how to get over shit and become successful. And now I don't just mean success in business. Success is everything. Happiness, business, relationships. Success is everything, okay? This technique, even if you don't want to be successful in business, this technique will help with your happiness. This technique will help with your relationships. This technique will help with everything. Find the silver lining in everything, okay? Stop being a little bitch. Grow up. Use your mind. Get over these perceived negative experiences. Find the positive and grow up. Get through life. Be happy. Simple, right? So I hope everybody enjoyed that one. Some people will probably find it not enjoyable because it hits them right here and they realize that, shit, I am being a little whinger. But a lot of people just like to complain. A lot of people who watch this can feel themselves going, I like to complain about my life, and I like to complain about things that are happening to me because it gives me a sense of importance, and it gives me a sense of, that's basically a sense of importance. Doing this is the hard way, right? But what's harder? Living a monotonous, low quality of life and complaining about shit that happens to you, or starting to take control and responsibility for your life and then living an amazing life later on? I hope everybody has an amazing day. Tact is not needed. Thank you, Colleen, you rock as well, eh? Have an amazing day. Thank you, Dave, man. That's awesome. Graham, tact is not needed on a video. You're right, dude. Look, I don't care who I offend with this. This is me being raw, and I know that this is what people need to understand. They don't need a professionally laid out video. You guys don't need a professionally laid out video to understand what I'm saying here. You need something that's going to hit you here and make you realize that you are being little babies. If you're whinging about shit, you need to grow up. Get over it. Find the positive and succeed at life in all areas. And that's what I'm trying to do here. Make it simple, make it raw, and make it hurt a few people. Because that's what it's supposed to do. That's what it's supposed to do, yeah? So thank you, Graham, brother. You are completely right. Authenticity is the way to get through to people, and look, I'm hoping that it's getting through to some people here now. I know a few people are going to hate me for doing this, but that's fine because I don't give a shit, right? That's one of the other secrets to success, and I will be talking about that later on. So everybody have an amazing day, okay? I will be bringing another one of these up tomorrow morning, episode 4, so look out for that. Subscribe to my YouTube channel, Reese Morgan and Spiral Up Fitness, one of the two. I'm posting all of these videos on there in the Simple Secrets to Success series, alright? So find the silver lining in every single situation, yeah? Find it and act on it, and make sure that the silver lining is the thing that you focus on. Because the positive, if you focus on the positive will always expand. If you focus on the negative will always expand. Cool. I hope everybody has an amazing day. Alright, see you later.